Good morning, everyone. My name is Nova Mean with the Plano Public Library. Thank you for joining us. We'll start our presentation in just a few minutes as people kind of sign in and get settled. So just bear with us for a few more minutes as more people join. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with today's program. Welcome once again. My name is Nova with the Plano Public Library. Today's program is part of the Living Well series. Today's topic is Keys to Independent Living with Mary Jane Frank. Just before we start, I just wanted to go over some house rules. Your microphone will be off, and this program is being recorded. Please be respectful with any comments you have. You can always pop some questions in our chat box. Sabrina will be our tech support for today. And if you have any questions or anything like that, please let us know and we'll try to answer those questions throughout the presentation. Okay. Welcome. Just to let you know, I'm a library instructor with the Plano Library, specifically the Davis Library location. Thank you for joining us. This is our last program in the Living Well series. And if you have any questions, once again, please go ahead and pop them in our chat box. We also will leave some room towards the end of the presentation for some more questions. Let's see. So keeping your mind and body active and engaged is important. And our library is pleased to partner with several organizations with resources to assist you, along with opportunities to learn something new at the library. These Living Well programs will connect you with information, programs, and services to assist you in getting the most out of life. Today we have Mary Jane Frank, Benefits Counselor for the North Central Texas Area Agency on Aging. I'm here to speak about resources you have from the Area Agency on Aging. Okay. And we'll go ahead and transition it off to you, Marianne.
Okay. Thank you, Nova.
Apologize. All right, here you go.
So my name is Mary Jane Frank, and I'm actually a benefits counselor from the North Central Texas Area Agency on Aging. And I want to talk about two programs or departments with our, actually we're under the umbrella of North Central Texas Council of Governments. And so the Area Agency on Aging is one of the departments, and another department is the Aging and Disability Resource Center. So those are the two agencies that I'd like to talk about today. Up on the screen is our brochure for the Area Agency on Aging, and we are an agency that services the 14 counties that surround Dallas and Tarrant County. So our service area includes Collin, Denton, Ellis, Erath, Hood, Hunt, Johnson, Kaufman, Navarro, Parker, Palo Pinto, Rockwall, Somerville, and Wise counties. And so there is an area agency on aging and an ADRC that covers every county in the United States. And in the state of Texas, there are 28 area agencies on aging. So, and we all have similar programs. They might vary a little bit, but they all have benefits counseling programs. And that's the program that I'm associated with. So just looking at our brochure, over on the left panel, it gives our 1-800 number, and of course our office hours Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And they're kind of talking about who we serve. And we do serve people that are 60 and above and their family caregivers. And then over on the right-hand side, it starts mentioning the services that we provide. So benefits counseling, care coordination, caregiver support, grandparents raising grandchildren, information and referral, legal assistance. And if you want to go scroll down, Nova, to the second page, and it continues on the left-hand side, long-term care ombudsman program, meals, nursing home relocation, personal assistance, transportation, health promotion. And then it starts with the 14 counties that we service. So we don't actually provide the Meals on Wheels, but we provide the funding for Meals on Wheels. And we also provide the funding for the public transportation in the 14 counties that we service. So here shows the phone numbers of the Meals on Wheels programs and the transportation programs in our service area. And then over on the right are just some helpful phone numbers. All right, Nova, if you want to go on and go to the next ADRC. So this is our, we call it a RAC card for our Aging and Disability Resource Center. So they're a little bit different. They service people of all ages, and they can help provide information and referral. We're going to talk a little bit more on some things that they can do when we get into the PowerPoint. If you could scroll down on this RAC card, Nova. And so they also service the 14 counties that I spoke about in the, that cover the 14 counties that surround Dallas and Tarrant County. And down on the bottom is their contact number, the 855-937-2372. So whether you're over 60 or under 60, there's somebody there to help you with our agency. And we are a nonprofit, so our services are free. So that makes it even better. All right, so let's go on and start the PowerPoint. Nova, thank you. Okay, so we're going to look at the services provided through the North Central Texas Area Agency on Aging and the Aging and Disability Resource Center. We are funded in part by the Texas Health and Human Services. So a lot of our funding for the Area Agency on Aging comes down through the Older Americans Act. So it's federal funding, goes to the state of Texas, and then the Health and Human Services divides that funding out between the 28 area agencies on aging that are in the state of Texas. Okay, next slide. So the Area Agency on Aging, we do service people that are 60 and over and their family caregivers. We provide information and referral, nutrition, home delivered meals, and congregate meals. And again, we don't provide the direct services, but we provide the funding for our 14 counties that we service. Transportation, that's the public transportation. Again, we don't provide direct services, but we provide the funding to those agencies that do provide the public transportation for the 14 counties that we service. We provide benefits counseling, and that is something that I'm associated with, and it is Medicare benefits counseling. So anything that has to do with Medicare, any question that you have, whether you're 60 and over, or there are some people under the age of 60 that are on disability in Medicare. So we can help those people also. And I can help with any Medicaid programs that help with the Medicare cost. Then we have case management services. So they can help provide funding for in-home services like respite care, personal care, housekeeping services. And we do have some monies to provide residential repair as long as it's associated with mobility issues. There are certain criteria that you have to meet to qualify for case management services, but the services are free. All right, so let's go to the next slide, Nova. Our agency, the Area Agency on Aging, also provides caregiver education and support. We also provide healthy living services. So we have people that teach workshops, and some of the workshops are chronic disease, diabetes, and chronic pain self-management. We also have fall prevention workshops. And we also have a counseling program through a program called Pearls, and we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the presentation. I've got some flyers on some of these classes or services that further explain the services. All right, next slide. So to contact the Area Agency on Aging, you would call 1-800-252-9240. If you're not sure and you're in the state of Texas, if you're not sure what Area Agency on Aging services your county. So if you're not in our service area, you can call this number, or even if you are in our service area, you can call this number, and there will be a voice, and it will say that they are the Texas Health and Human Services Commission, and then you would enter option 1 for English or 2 for Spanish. Then you enter in your 5-digit zip code where you live or where you want the service, and they will connect you to the Area Agency on Aging that services that zip code. All right, next slide. So now we're going to talk about the Aging and Disability Resource Center. We also call it the ADRC to make it easy. And this serves people of all ages with disabilities and their family caregivers. So they can help find and access long-term care services and supports, just as attendant services, respite care, housing, just a variety of things. And they can also help apply for public benefits such as Medicaid and SNAP. And SNAP is the food stamps. The SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. So the ADRC is more familiar with children's Medicaid programs, where I'm more familiar with senior Medicaid programs. So, but they also serve people of all ages. But if it has anything to do with Medicare or Medicaid programs for people on Medicare, usually it would be the Area Agency on Aging, the benefits counselor, that would help them with that issue. All right, next slide, please, Nova. So we have some ongoing programs through the ADRC. They provide respite care, which is short-term assistance for unpaid family members who need a break and who aren't receiving like services. So they're not receiving any services through the state. And also for those unpaid caregivers that are not able to afford to pay privately for respite care. We also have options counseling through the ADRC. So people that are living in a nursing home and they have improved to the point that they can return to live in the community. And they need some help in doing that. And so the options counselor will help with the transition from nursing home to living back in the community. Next slide. There are some limited programs through the ADRC. These are some this is some funding that we got through the Family First funding and the CARES Act. We don't know if we're going to be able to continue some of this past September 30th, 2021. It just depends on the funding, but we were able to provide tablets and data plans for those without internet access. So after September 30th, 2021, if you did participate in the program and you did get a tablet, you will be able to keep it, but you'll have to start paying for your data plan. And then we can provide emergency groceries, emergency rent and utilities, You must be at least 60 years old or disabled and then live in our service area, those 14 counties that we talked about. So again, these are limited time programs. We're not sure if we're going to be able to continue past September 30th, but we are until September 30th going to be able to help with these certain things. All right, next slide, please. So the Aging and Disability Resource Center, this is their contact information. And again, it's through Texas Health and Human Services. So you would call this number 855-937-2372. And then the phone will answer and say it's Texas Health and Human Services. Enter option number 1 for English or option number 2 for Spanish. Enter your 5-digit zip code, and then that will connect you with the appropriate Aging and Disability Resource Center for your zip code. All right, and next slide. This is my contact information. So you can call the 1-800 number for Area Agency on Aging or ADRC if you don't know what Area Agency on Aging or Aging and Disability Resource Center handles your county, but you can also call us directly. And if you know you're in our service area, and our 1-800 number for North Central Texas Area Agency on Aging is 1-800-272-3921. And then you can ask for any of those departments. My extension is 7166, or you can call my direct line at 817-695-9166, and you don't have to go through the operator. And then there is my email address, mfrank@nctcog.org, and that stands for North Central Texas Council of Governments.org. And then there is our link to our aging services. All right, and so next slide, Nova. So this one, and you'll just have to scroll down to be able to see all of it. This is our PEARLS program. So you have to be at least 60 years or older. And this provides free counseling. You don't have, there's no income requirements, there's no fees. If you just are feeling anxious or depressed or isolated, this will provide you someone to talk to. And of course, the services are free. So, and then for more information, you would call our Director of Aging Services, Donnie, and then there's our 1-800 number. So that is the PEARLS program. And all of this information will be emailed to you after the presentation, I think in a couple of days. All right, Nova, if you can scroll down to the next. Okay, so this is one of our chronic self-management, chronic pain self-management workshops. Again, it's no cost to you. And if you'll scroll down a little bit more, Nova. So now we're showing where it's going to be. It's going to be at the Sam Johnson Senior Center, which is in Plano. It is a 6-week workshop. There are the things on the left that they're going to deal with. And it is every Thursday from September 9th to October 14th from 9 to 11:30 a.m. And I believe these are in-person classes. You know, that's something that I forgot to check on. You can register online or you can call. Yes, they are going to be in-person classes because it's going to be at the Sam Johnson Senior Center. And then the next slide. So this is our fall prevention class, and we're going to, I think it is a series of 8 workshops. And if you will scroll down, this one also is going to be at the Sam Johnson Recreation Center, and it's going to be from September 7th through October the 26th, and it's going to be each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So these are good for people who are concerned about falling, it just gives you good guidance on how to reduce your fall risk. And again, you can register online or you can register by calling that phone number. And it's called A Matter of Balance. All right, the next slide. This is a flyer or resource list of helping people with that are caregiving for people with dementia. And there are several programs, a lot of great programs out there through the Alzheimer's Association, through our agency, through the Wellness Center for Older Adults, through Texas AgriLife. But I want to bring your attention to that second bullet, the Area Agency on Aging of North Central Texas. So we provide information, respite, and counseling. We have case management program to short-term help with medical equipment and supplies, in-home services, and minor home modifications such as ramps. We do not build the ramps ourselves, but we refer them to North Texas Ramp Program. We also have long-term care ombudsman program that provides information about nursing facilities and assisted living facilities. We also are adding a new case manager. We're in the process of hiring one, and they are going to deal expressly or solely with caregivers of people with dementia. So we're excited about that. We haven't hired the person yet, but I think it's coming soon. So if you have any questions about these services, again, there's our 1-800 number, 1-800-272-3921. So we have a lot of knowledge and a lot of resources. And if we don't know the answer, we might know someone that does. So as she's scrolling down, there's the Memory Cafe at the Wellness Center for Older Adults. There's a project through the Texas AgriLife and University of California about rural dementia caregiver project. And actually eligible caregivers will receive $80 in cash for completing the 4 study surveys. So that's kind of an extra added bonus. Baylor Scott and White Online Caregiver Survey provides access to dementia care for specialists for information, education, and support. And then the Texas A&M University has also a research study on dementia-friendly communities to promote active living. And they're also giving out a gift card if you participate in the online survey. So that is the end of my presentation. It was kind of short. We have a lot of services and most people don't even know about us. And the best part is that our services are free. And so do we have any questions about our agency or the ADRC? And if if you have questions, if you want to call me at a later date, that's fine. My direct office number is 817-695-9166. And I'll be happy to discuss anything that you need to about anything about senior care.
At the moment, I don't see any questions in our chat box, but attendees, if you do have any questions, please feel free to enter them in the chat box, and we'll keep an eye out for those questions. Did you have anything else you'd like to share?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and transition to some of the services that the Plano Public Library has in support of our aging population. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. So for people living with dementia or Alzheimer's and their care partners, it can be hard to find ways to be social. Our program called Memory Keepers, offered in partnership with the Alzheimer's Association, is a bi-monthly online conversational program for people and their care partners to explore and conserve memories together. The aim of the program is to give people living with dementia or Alzheimer's a comfortable space to express feelings, interact with others, remember the past, express their personality, and reduce anxiety and restlessness. Library staff lead participants in guided conversation around a common theme like family, friends, pets, and childhood. There is time for participants to share their experiences, and all registrants receive a follow-up email with a link to library resources about, excuse me, about dementia and Alzheimer's. We do have a question or asking Mary Jane if you can provide your phone number again. Let me see if I can pull up the slide that had your information. Is this the correct information on the screen?
Yes. So 817-695-9166.
I'll just hang on just a few more seconds so that if you do need to write it down, you can have an opportunity to do that. Okay. All right, and I'll just go into the next slide. Connecting seniors and more. So this is another program that the library offers. Meet new friends or connect in new ways with those around you by joining Connecting Seniors or a library book club. Drop into Connecting Seniors, an online program for people to get together, share life experiences, stories, and memories, and have fun. The upcoming program will be Secrets of Plano on August 19th, and have a lively conversation at one of our library's online book clubs. Whatever your reading preferences, there is a book club to match it, and people interested to hear you and your thoughts. All right. We do have another question in our chat box. One of our participants is asking, do you have recommendations for power of attorney people for elderly?
So that's kind of a 2-point question. So when you're looking for power of attorney, are you talking about medical power of attorney and the advanced directives, or are you talking about durable power of attorney that is the legal power of attorney? Okay, both. Okay. So the medical power of attorney and the advanced directives, I can provide those forms. You don't have to have a lawyer fill those out. And I can kind of help explain them. The durable power of attorney, where you give someone the legal right to act on your behalf when it comes to, real estate or different legal aspects of your life, that really needs to be done by an attorney. And it's called a durable power of attorney. But the medical power of attorney and the advanced directives or the living will, I can help you with. Hopefully that answered your question. Yes, I do have some elder law attorneys. I have some names. If you could just give me a call and we'll chat about that, I'd be happy to provide that for you. And his question was, do you have people you can give as to who can do that? So yes, I do have resources.
Okay, and please do continue to add your questions or thoughts, and we'll go ahead and share it in our presentation. I'll go on to our next slide in the meantime. Okay. Virtual programs and classes that we have to offer at our libraries. So learning something new is a great way to expand your social circle and engage with others. The Plano Public Library offers online programs and classes on a variety of topics for all ages. These programs and classes do not require a library card. Participate via Zoom or watch at any time on YouTube. Learn about personal finance, starting with a small business, pick up skills in Microsoft Word or Excel, or find out how you can check out books, audiobooks, and magazines using the Libby app on your tablet or smartphone, or Overdrive on your computer. Okay. Find out more about everything the library has to offer at the Plano Library Learns blog, which posts engaging content and resources about arts and culture, early learning, students, STEAM learning, technology, and reading. Visit the blog for articles, recommendations, and reading lists, and to learn more about online programs, classes, and book clubs. Connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram to receive daily information about what's going on at the library. Sign up to receive Sage, a monthly e-newsletter aimed at older adults. It covers services and programs provided by the City of Plano, including the library. You can also sign up for Check It Out, the library's monthly e-newsletter featuring news and updates about the Plano libraries. There are so many ways to stay social at the library right from the comfort of your own home. We have virtual programs, online classes, and the library blog. We want to thank everyone who attended for today's program and remind everyone that all the programs from the Living Well series can be viewed on the library's YouTube page under Adult Learning Workshops. All right. And once again, all of the information that was provided, the different flyers will be emailed to registered participants after the program. You'll receive a link to the recorded program in the email as well as a short survey where you can provide your feedback so that we can improve our programs. All right. Well, Mary Jane, if you have anything else you want to share, we can go ahead and do that.
I don't think so. I think we're done. So thank you very much, Nova. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you all for participating. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.